All right, folks. Thank you for joining. This is going to be a quick 10-minute overview on third-party debt termination, the 3 simple steps that everyone must do. It's an extremely simple process, extremely effective process. It's just that probably 99% of the masses don't know about it or are unaware of it. So I'm going to give a quick, brief synopsis and overview. Folks, most people are not aware that third-party debt, folks, is anything considered or farmed out from an original creditor to a debtor. As far as you're not the debtor, but they have you concluded as such, so they do administratively try and trick you. Basically, let me share with you when the original creditor got done with you, when you went into default, they got paid in full through an insurance contract. Every original creditor gets paid by an insurance contract when you go to default. So on a medical bill, a credit card bill, hospital bill, anything like that, of that nature, when it gets farmed out to a third party. And how you know it's a third party, folks, is at the bottom of the document. It says we are merely trying to collect on a debt. That's telling you it's got farmed out. It may have Citibank logo at the top, but it will have attached the third-party collector, usually sometimes an attorney as well, but that's not a problem, folks. Anyways, let me give you a quick, brief overview of why everybody must do this 3-step process. This is what you didn't know about. Anyways, it's a 3-step process, folks. It stops all third-party parties dead cold, and the third party is the one trying to trick you into going to do business with them. So they figure you didn't know, so they'll move forward aggressively sending you correspondence, acting like they're collecting on behalf of the original creditor, folks. They're never, ever collecting on behalf of the original creditor. The original creditor always got paid through the insurance contract. Every stinking original creditor gets paid. Anyways, until you remove the presumption that you have no contract with these folks, they think you have a contract by your failure to reply to their offer. And that's what it is, folks. It's an offer. When they send you stuff through the mail, they're looking to get you to come play. Well, you don't have to go play. The only way you want to go play, folks, is doing these 3 steps. So once they send you an offer, you must respond with a simple counteroffer of your own called a verification of debt letter, folks, which we put in the red box for you, which now effectively creates your counteroffer, which they must respond to, but they never will. So through our offer to fully pay upon proof of a valid claim, which they never provide, their failure to respond to your counteroffer means that they have no wiggle room to move forward for failure to respond to your counteroffer. So this is good for you folks. So the minute you send your counteroffer, the clock stops until they verify the alleged debt, but they never do. And that's why we do 2 more steps after the fact. Anyways, we'll get to that in a second. The reason we red box your counteroffer is because it makes everything you are asking on the document to settle the account by your counteroffer to be non-negotiable. When I say non-negotiable, not like an instrument, but as to what you're asking. And not only that, it falls under the rules of 4, rules of 8, which you've probably never heard about before, but we covered this over on Privatis.Me at length. We actually have the documents. We already created an administrative package that everybody can use very simply, and it really pretty much puts them to bed. Anyways, the rules of 4, the rules of 8 makes your new offer to contract to force them sort of into an untenable situation. They are operating from a position of 100% fraud, and they know it. So when they send you these mailings, they know that you don't owe anything. They know that they have no contract. But if you fail to respond and not remove the presumption, they'll move forward on you accordingly. So what happens is sometimes they'll try and drag it into court, or they'll go ahead and continue to harass you, call you. Well, once you send this first document, it stops all that, folks. Anyways, since they are operating from a position of 100% fraud, everything under the rules of 4s falls under insurance. When you defaulted on the original contract, i.e. credit card debt or whatever, they collected on the contract in full, and the debt was now fully paid under the insurance contract they had on your original contract with the original creditor. They then effectively sold the non-existent debt to a third party called a debt collector / attorney who bought the account for about 3 to 6 cents on the dollar to see if they could trick you to get in the game. This is why you must do this counteroffer to remove the presumption immediately, so as to leaving no gray areas that you do not have a contract with them. They must respond, but they never do. This is their Achilles heel, folks. This is the beauty. And when you red box it, it means you are asking for a new contract. You're giving your new offer to contract, which is non-negotiable, not like an instrument, but it's forcing them to answer what you are asking. Anyways, most people don't know about this technology. Most people don't have any idea that this is how that you can put them to bed. And this is what makes it so powerful. It's very simple, and it's literally just a three-step process. So the package we're using, folks, it doesn't matter if it's old credit card debt, old medical debt, old car loans, old gas bills, old electric bills, basically any debt that has been farmed out to a third-party debt collector. Anyways, the reason you must do this three-step process, folks, is when they fail to respond to your offer, and they will, you will send the second document approximately 66 days after the first 21-day document, certified mail called the Notice of Fault. Now you have a proof that they failed through silence to respond to your offer to fully pay, and then within 6 days after that, you send the third notice, and that's called a Notice of Default, which basically completes the cycle, closes the circuit down, and they have no wiggle room to move forward. They can't drag it into a court or anything of that nature. Anyways, when this completes the fact that they failed to respond to your verification of debt, which is the first document, and that's the offer to fully pay, as well as your Notice of Fault, thereby shutting them down from having any capacity to move forward to collect for failure to respond with any proof of a valid claim. Folks, they never have a valid claim. If they decide to drag this debt into the court system, folks, they're dead before they start. First of all, I have never had a third-party debt collector ever take me to court when I terminated all my credit card debt to the tune of $80,000, and the reason is because they're lazy and shiftless, and they're looking for low-lying fruit on the tree, which is you, until you remove the presumption. So when you do this three-step process, you are no longer a mark, and they will go on to the next easy victim, which is no longer you. If they dare to try and drag this falsely into a court, you will learn how to do from further education on Privatis.Me how to shut this down effectively. Anyways, folks, I know how and will share on our educational calls in the near future. I have never been dragged into court after doing this three-step process. I've already posted proof of how I terminated a student loan third-party debt collector easily and quickly using this process. Anyways, I've got the documents over on Privatis.Me on the home page. It's under student loan debt termination underneath the primary page called 8-week curriculum. So when you go sign up for the website for free, Privatis.me, you can be able to go get access to see that PDF, those documents. We're making this package available to all our members, folks, and that's basically what we're doing. When you become a member with Privatis.me, and we know everybody's hurting out there, so we created this process, this package, which is literally worth, probably over $1,000, but we don't sell it for that. We give it away, folks, because we hate third-party debt collectors. We're sick and tired of the lies, the schemes, the crookery. So what we do is we give you a remedy administratively because you didn't know how to act on your proper capacity to remove the presumption. That's where we come in. Anyways, this package that we do, folks, requires really no hand-holding. We actually have a taped MP3 going through the documents, how to use them, how to put them in play, and how to effectively shut them down. Anyways, Mike has created the simple instructions, him and I, and we would not have to waste hours and hours explaining how to do the package properly. The directions are succinct, direct, and easy to follow. The package was designed to be used for all third-party debt collectors, so if you have multiple issues with third-party debt collectors, yes, this package works on every issue. There are organizations out there that provide this service for a fee on your total amount of your debt. In other words, every card or every different debt issue you have, they'll charge you a percentage to make it go away, usually 10% plus their administrative fees. As a matter of fact, there's one outfit out there called FCUSA, www.freedomclubusa, and they'll charge you $3,000. Folks, nobody should ever pay $3,000 to terminate something administratively. So that's why we give the package away to our full members. Anyways, we're not about the money. We're just about the truth. I spent years figuring this scam out, folks. You now get my my beneficial goodwill and knowledge to get free and out from under this fraudulent debt. And it is all fraud, folks. The decision is yours. I've spent years finding the truth to make available for all to never get scammed again. So it took me years of studying and learning about the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act as well as the Fair Credit Reporting Act to help use this viable tool to get free from all third-party debt easily. Anyways, The $300 package, that's what we were making it available for, folks. We've decided to give it away for free to all our brothers and sisters out there because we know the pain you're going from. We really, really despise third-party debt collectors. So with the capacity of coming over to our learning curve over at Privatis.Me, not only do you get the education but in the MP3s, you also get the actual package and the information to use so you can go to work and terminate this, folks, because if you don't remove the presumption, they'll come back through your back door, and they did through me, but I was well aware of how to terminate them even when they got into my back pocket. Anyways, this is an education that nobody's giving anywhere, folks. Most organizations that deal with the third-party debt termination processes literally will charge you $2,000 to $3,000 a clip to do this. We will not charge you anything. We'll just give you the package. So, folks, if you're interested in finding out more about Privatis.me and what we do and how we can do it, then come on over and sign up for the website for free. That part is free. The educational part of the site with all the taped calls and all that, that's for private members. And you can come on over and see how to become one. And it's, folks, basically it's chump change. And one other issue I wanted to cover, folks, this is how ugly this thing's gotten. We have the debtors, prisons filling up in America for third-party debt. So here's another reason all must remove the presumption of the debt with this easy-to-do three-step process that crushes the presumption, thereby because they never have a valid debt and you're not owing. The article is a must-read for all. And matter of fact, I posted that article, but we'll make it available to all on the webpage. Anyways, folks, if you're sick and tired of getting beat to death by the third-party debt collectors, come on over to Privatis.me and find out and get your learn on, find out how you can get this package. Anyways, we love you enough, care about you enough, and this is why we're sharing this. So I thank you for listening to this call, and you have a great day. Welcome.